So tell me, how are you?
Yes, I was saying that I'm pretty much, happy that I got a chance to have a session with you. And as you know that we are just planning since a very long time to have a session, but due to some busy schedule or maybe sometimes you are busy, sometimes I am, so we were not able to connect. But finally we are connected here, so I'm so happy.
Mhm. I'm also glad for you. So let's have it start our conversation. Let's start. Okay. So tell me about yourself. Let's start with introduction so that we can understand each other.
Yes, of course. Introduction is the very important thing in case you want to break the ice. Okay, so as you can see my name on the display, yes, my name is Shravan Madisya, and I'm connecting to you from Gorakhpur city, Uttar Pradesh. As far as my education is concerned, I have done my bachelor, and this year I'm pursuing my master's, which is master in computer application. Apart from these, my hobbies are to reading books, making conversations, and I do run a YouTube channel as well where I upload conversational kinds of videos. So that's all about me. I would love to know something about you as well.
All right. So I'm Sweta and I'm from Jalpaiguri, West Bengal. I have completed my graduation and now I'm doing masters in first year. And yes, I have also YouTube channel. There I upload English conversation and I teach also. So I teach English and that's all about me. Thank you.
Okay, where do you teach? You teach online or offline?
Yeah, both I teach institute and offline online both.
English as a subject or English as a language?
Language.
Okay, great to know that.
I
Okay, so
don't
it
teach
means that,
subject. I teach language.
okay, great, yes. Because why I say this, because most of the institutes, the teachers, they teach English as a subject, the grammar rules, but that is totally a different
Yes.
scenario, yes, when you
My
compare to the
teaching
speaking part.
way is, I think, I would say my teaching way is, I think, very different because I have explored on my own. I have learned by myself. I understood everything which is like, very, I can say that I researched a lot for that. I didn't learn from any institute or any school or anything, but I have explored or I have researched for that. So I teach, I would say that in a different way, not like subjective, but for language. English is language. English is a language. So this is a language. So in that way, I teach. This is, yeah, of course, grammar is also important. So grammar is important for the speaking. That is, I teach, but not like subjective way, right? So we have
Yes.
to understand language how we should learn. That's how I
Okay.
teach. All right.
Great.
So
It means that it seems like the session is going to be a wonderful session, as you say that you have your own research and you have your own unique way to teach English. So I would love to know that what are the ways, what do you do in your online class or maybe in your offline institute, or maybe what kind of activities you follow in the institute so that the people or student or anybody who just want to learn this language can learn easily. So please, can you tell me something about that? Like how do you
mhm.
teach?
Yes, I teach like as a language, as I told you. So how we can teach? It's a practically I teach. I don't teach with books and just only understanding grammar concept. Okay, just understanding grammar concept. If we start teaching like that way, if I start teaching this way, then they will only understand a particular topic. They will not
Okay.
understand main thing of language. This is the requirement is there, that is listening. These things are very important because we don't have environment. Student and people like we being an Indian, we don't have environment that much. Those who are from English medium or those who are from any other medium, okay, just a minute, call is coming. Now we can start.
You said you apply practical approach in your institute to teach. And
Mhm.
other than this, what do you do?
Yes. What I do basically, I try to make them understand that what we need. We don't need only subjective, which is topic. Suppose we are
Okay.
understanding grammar. So after that, what can we do? We don't know anything that English language. We don't study in school. I'm just talking about those who are Hindi medium and any other Bengali medium. Like I'm from Bengali medium. So I never listened videos. I never know about English language. So I was not understanding how to learn English. I was not understanding any grammar topic when I was in school. That time they were teaching grammar, right? Everybody teach. teaches firstly grammar, but I was not understanding anything. That topic, it means it's a subject, so for that we need to understand carefully when we are aware about everything. So completely I was
Yeah.
not aware about anything. So how can I understand any subject or any topic? So I was not understanding. I was remembering all the things which is we need to understand, right? I was remembering. I was memorizing all the things in my examination, and that's how I did my schooling because my medium was also Bengali. So I thought that it is not going to help me. Even I wrote report notice in our school. That time I was just memorizing one report and one notice, and that not come same things which we read, right? It comes in a very new unique topic that we don't aware about that. But although I memorized that formula in the particular one report and I wrote in that unique report because it's not similar. We need to understand the rule, and that I was not
Yeah.
understanding. So I thought that no, it is not going to be help me when I was in school. And I thought, what can I do? That time I didn't know about English language. So I took admission. I thought that no, let's start with English. So I thought let's take English literature. So I took English literature in my college, and that time
Oh,
I didn't know anything about English.
oh,
I thought that maybe if I would take English literature, then I will learn English language, but that is also different. Okay, that is also
yes,
subject. There also I
yes,
have taken subject, not language. So here nobody is there to teach me language. Only I got subject. In school life also we got drama, novel, everything, and also in my college life also. So I thought, what can I do for that? What I need basically. It is not going to help me that reading books. That is I do mostly in school life also we do. Usually we have been doing for a long time reading, writing, and that is also I need to do there. I'm not understanding that written or writing, so how would I speak, right? So I have to understand first things. Reading is somehow we learned, and writing in school days, so we read easily. But when it comes to speaking, we don't know structure, we don't know how to make sentences, what are the things, what is subject verb. If we read or understand initially, we don't understand what is subject, we forget about that, what is verb, what is tenses. So what we can do actually for the making habit to us in this language, for making habit in you, we need to listen a lot first because we know that we don't know about that language. We don't know.
yes,
We are not aware about that, right? Those
yes,
who are children, so we can say them that they don't understand anything. For them, we can tell them, okay, Hindi to English. We can tell them to subjective grammar things. But if you talk
mhm,
about us, we are aware already. We aware about languages or like words, sentences. We mostly heard, right? So initially, of course, we are beginner. If we are beginner, but although we know something in English, so we can start with that. Not with grammar first of all. We can do if you can do. Those who want to do everything, if they can do, they can start everything. Like those who are dedicated for English, no, I want to learn, I want to do everything which we needed in English. They can do like that way. Okay. So, but if they don't have time, some people say, no, I have only half an hour, 10 minutes. So for them, they can start listening and watching. These things are very important initially. Because when you will understand, when you will listen, then your mind will understand things or language. Then you will understand, then you will aware about the language which you are
yes,
learning.
true,
Of course, we need
mhm,
to learn English language, then we need to listen them. When we born,
yes,
we also listen language, right? Then we
mhm,
learn. Otherwise, we can't learn anything. So
true,
main thing here we know listening and speaking. That's it. But
okay,
for understanding meaning of sentences and words, we need to understand structure. For that, if you are
okay,
understanding, you are aware about the sentences and words by listening, then you can start with understanding concept, structure. That is called
okay,
grammar, right? So because what happened, now we are listening, we are watching, we aware about that, and now when it comes to speaking, we can't speak. That time we should start speaking. All right, that's how I tell my students even. So we can start speaking like tutti frutti, as we say. No need to think
Yes.
about that proper sentences, but we can start. At
Yes.
least you are speaking. Now if we are
Yes.
learning how to ride bike, of course we have to ride, right? So when we are
Yes.
learning these things, automatically practically also, like not automatically, practically we need to use this, something that
Mhm.
we can say. Already we know English words in these days, in this
Yes.
generation. On phone we know everything, right? And now nowadays lots of resources are available on phone that we can use.
Yes.
So with
Yes.
that, at least you need to speak every day, anything we can speak initially. So
Okay.
after that, we need to understand, okay, I'm speaking, but I'm making mistakes. So also that
Mhm.
time we can understand grammar. So when we will understand, when we will aware about sentences and words and structure, there is a structure in English language. So because we are listening a lot, when you are listening, when you are watching, when you are understanding the written, which is subtitle, if you can also read subtitle, it would be great for you. So these
Mhm.
things, if we can do reading and reading, that is subtitle, and listening and watching videos, listening and watching, that is both are different. Okay, when you are listening, that time you only listen carefully. When you watch, that time just watch carefully for the visualization. So these things
Mhm.
we can do. After understanding, after habituated with this language, we are getting interest this language, then we can understand concept of grammar for the not making mistakes. This the way we can do actually. I feel so.
Okay, you shared the complete roadmap of learning English language, and I think if somebody will follow these things, who is beginner, definitely it is going to help them. You know, what I personally believe also that when I was in my class 10th or 12th, I was also wanted to speak in English, but the problem was that I know that if I know the grammar only, then only I will be able to speak, and for that purpose, I started learning grammar. I started understanding the concepts of like subject tenses. Yes, it helps,
First,
but not
started with that.
not at that level that I can be able to speak, because I have done more than 100 sessions. So when I was doing my first session, talking to somebody in front of camera and expressing myself, so I was not able to speak. I was just fumbling. I was just making a lot of mistakes. Even I was making the simple sentences, with full of error. But after doing practice, I started doing practice like this. I am doing a session with you today. I started doing sessions with a lot of people on the daily basis, and within 2 months, I improved a lot. When you go back to my channel and watch my first video, and when you go back to my latest videos, you will get to know the differences. I improved. I'm not saying that I am on the path of becoming perfect. No, but when I compare to myself, I believe that I have improved a lot, either
Yes,
in terms of
exactly.
confidence. Yes,
Same
either
thing
in
goes
terms of
with me
confidence.
as well.
So I
Because
would like to know about you, Sweta, that how did you come to on the YouTube channel? Like it's been how many months that you have um, created your own YouTube channel and started doing season on the channel? How did this
yes.
idea come to you?
Before that, I would love to tell you that I also started my YouTube channel for the speaking basically and for the teaching. My mindset was always teaching, teaching. So previously, when I was in college, that time I did to know English, but my mindset was teaching. First, I need to learn,
Uh,
then I can teach. So that was my mindset. Yes. So what I did, I was just practicing by myself on my own. So that's not sufficient, right? We need to, we need to interact with people, and that was lacking in my college life. I was just speaking with myself, sometime audio call, some platform, and that didn't work that much actually, because
yes.
same thing happens in the application, like how are you, what's your name, where are you from, these things happen. So I felt no, this is not going to help me. I need to talk a lot with people basically, because what happens in our area, nobody speaks English, nobody
Yes.
understand that they need to speak English. They only speak Hindi, Bengali. So only in our West Bengal we speak most of the time Hindi, Bengali, and other local languages. But we don't speak
Mhm.
English. So in
Mhm.
college also I took English literature, but I didn't get chance to speak with people. So main thing lacking in me, that is speaking with people.
Yes.
So I was practicing
Okay.
by myself. But when I started my YouTube JD, that time also I was making solo video, shorts content like 100 days challenge, like that I started making. Okay.
Oh,
So yeah, that's how I started. But I thought that how to connect with people. Even I didn't know that time that how to connect with people. Like now we are having conversation that I didn't know.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
you search a lot that how to make collaboration video, like talking with each other. So
yes.
that's how I started. Somehow I got to know that we can use this application for having conversation. And we need to email YouTubers, right? That time I didn't know about that. So I emailed first. That is, I think, Jadu. Jadu. Yeah,
Okay.
Jadu with
Oh,
English.
you are very new. I think you are the very new one. It means that on the channel.
Only
Okay.
45 months. Yeah, I
Okay. Oh,
started my channel January 1st January. My starting time was 1st January to make a challenge video, 100 days challenge with myself. But
oh,
after 4, 5, 6, 7 months later, like I started, I think June, July. Okay, properly making conversation video, and I was not active in on YouTube 1st January, like that type of these days, those days are
yes.
exactly those months,
Okay.
you can say those months. But I am completely active from July month, July was, I think. Okay, so July, even I my one video went viral. So on July, I think, in July, yes, in July.
Yes. I have seen some of your videos, which are doing really pretty well on the channel.
Okay. So yeah, so that from that time I have been doing this, and continuously I'm making videos. Now I can see myself also improvement, because when you see my first video with Jadu and so many people previous one, then you will also understand that how I was and now how I am. Because that time I was thinking that I want to teach English, so first I need to interact with people. I need to understand the problem. If I can solve, or if I
Yes.
can understand, if I can talk with them, I can understand their problem, so that I can understand that yes, I'm capable for teaching.
Oh,
So now I started teaching also, you can say online, offline, both. Yeah.
okay. Great to know. A lot of
That's how
insights
I
from you.
improved. I'm also learner of English, but the
Yes.
same time I want to teach students. Still, I'm learner, but that time it was my completely beginning time. I was not practicing with people because here nobody is there to speak, right? So
Yes.
I find online platform. There I started speaking, and with people like you, with Jadu and so many people, I connected with them, and that's how I also improved. If you see my first video and so many videos previous one, then you will understand I used to make mistake also. I used to make mistakes. I used to feel humble. Lots of things were happened, but
Yes. Yes.
gradually yeah, it improved. So same
But I
thing
think,
happened as well, right?
yes, with everybody, with everybody. The mistakes are the signs of learning something. It means that you are learning, and that is why you are making a mistake, and you are realizing that you are making. And I think most of the people have started like this. So from you, I have learned a lot today. And but due to some sort of time, because I have to go to the college, I need to end up our session here. But